All right, so I guess we'll talk more about the self persona and ego. But before we do, I put up a couple of pictures yesterday. Was one was of a few cars in there parked along a street. That was the street that I used to go. That there was a very nice bar at where I could go and hang out. And I went to that bar for about maybe 4 months, 5 months. I used to go Thursday and Saturday nights. No, sorry, I used to go to that particular bar. I used to go on Thursday nights. I used to go to another bar at Saturday night or on Saturday nights. So yeah, so I posted it up. Again, it's really cool because you have a red Ferrari, which at the time was brand new, and you have a white convertible Audi in a similar style ahead of it. And it's funny how, and that was in 2014. And it's funny how I also posted pictures. I don't know if you guys remember. I posted some pictures from Dubai, and if you remember or not, this was at a guy's villa. It was literally a new red Ferrari two door that was, of course, two door that was parked there with the Mercedes two doors concept sports car or whatever parked beside it, right? Don't you find it so cool? What's even cooler is that there was a guy who wanted to take his ID photo, right, of his driver license. And this guy, I'm not sure why it was. Maybe his credit card wasn't working, or he didn't want to use his credit card. And we worked on credit cards. So when we did our valet stuff, so I think he gave me cash or something, and and he had some stuff going on special. So he wanted me to take his driver license. So I actually took a photo of his driver license on my phone, which is still there, which is right along the time of the pictures of those cars, which is the guy that I went to meet in Dubai. I mean, it's not the same. It looks exactly like the same guy. It's a big white bald guy. And I got those pictures together. Oh, I also had a picture posted of the Spain flag on the car. I think that was the Fiat. I believe that was a Fiat. Yeah, I took the Fiat one night, and because World Cup was going on at the time, I had actually been supporting Spain. Why did I support Spain? I'm not sure, but in 2010, which was a World Cup previous to that, Spain had won the World FIFA Championship against Germany. I don't know if people remember that. They played a very good game and they won the World Cup. So I was supporting the favorites, the best team in 2014. And although they didn't win, I was really happy with them. I really loved watching their games and I had a lot of fun. But that was my team that I wanted to win. I was in downtown. I believe Netherlands or Germany or something won the 2014 Cup. I was in downtown at the time, working at the time. And I had gone by a bar where somebody told me, dude, this street is crazy. I went by there. Everybody had the winning team jersey. Everybody was partying like crazy. Most of them were all from that country. And these guys were so happy. It was just insane. They were going crazy right on the street. They were blocking the street. They were pouring out from the bars and blocking the streets. And it was an amazing moment. So I got that out of the way. In the morning, I posted a video. I think that was self-explanatory. I'm not gonna go into detail for that. It's not even. It's an idea that I don't even like to talk about. I don't like talking about it, but that's the reality. Pretty much anybody with a brain can have a mental illness because getting a blow to the brain, having a traumatic moment, taking any kind of drugs, all of this can give you a mental illness. So not pretty much, every single person on this planet is susceptible to mental illness, according to his brain. And there is no cure for it. There's no permanent cure for it. Now, isn't that funny that cancer is such a more powerful prevailing disease? Cancer is an illness that hits people all over the world at all ages. There's all types of cancers. They can treat it, but they can't cure it. But the funny thing is, over the past 3 decades, they've been funding cancer research to find a cure. So why not find a cure for mental illness? Well, because they say mental illness doesn't actually lead to death. Cancer leads to death a lot more. But I mean, if you can, I mean, something that takes, for 3 decades, you've been funding hundreds of billions of dollars a year and been unable to get a cure for, but you're searching for that cure, saying that cure is possible, yet there's other things that there's no cure for. It doesn't really make any sense. Anyways, we'll move on from that. I don't want to go back to that idea. I don't want to talk about that, and I'm not going back to it. But we're at about 6 minutes. I got a little bit of time. I can talk more on the persona, the self, persona, and ego. So for me, I've told you, I've always been genuine my whole life. And that means that I'm true to my persona, self, and ego, right? And I'm true to the point that I was accepted. I had an acceptance of being the bottom level. Because I was at level 0 or level 1, which pretty much made me lower than a toddler of the same persona and ego. Somebody who had a self, persona, and ego like me, or the same as me, and was, let's say, 3 years old, was higher than me. Am I complaining about it? Absolutely not. I accepted it, and I worked with it. I said, dude, I am the bottom of my persona and ego, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to stay in my persona and ego. So I did everything that I could throughout my life to keep myself afloat, to keep myself part of the persona, self, and ego. Not only that, but to keep myself at level 0 to level 1 of that persona and ego.